Welcome everyone to the April 15th public meeting for Council of the Town of Conception Bay South. And we start this meeting, as we do with all of our meetings, with the land acknowledgement. The Town of Conception Bay South would like to respectfully acknowledge the territory in which we gather as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk, and the island of Newfoundland as the ancestral homelands of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk. We also respectfully acknowledge Labrador as the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Innu of Nitassinan, the Inuit of Nunatsiavut, and the Inuit of Nunatuavut. We strive for respectful partnerships with all the peoples of the province as we search for collective healing and true reconciliation and honor this beautiful land together. First up, the adoption of the meeting agenda. Who would like to move the agenda? Moved by Councillor Tilley, seconded by Councillor Moores. And we'll call for an all in favor. Here it goes. Electronic version. Good. Next up, we have adoption of the meeting minutes from April 1st, 2 weeks ago, moved by Councillor Hillier, seconded by Councillor Hardy. All in favor? Contrary minded? There we go. And approved. Visitors, presentations, and petitions. And right now, I only know of visitors, so I'm going to start with them. So each year, we are honored in the town to bring together hockey teams from all of our schools to participate in the junior high level and the senior high level. And it's certainly one of those amazing displays of hockey competition and a source of great pride throughout our community. And we're very happy to have many of those hockey players and their coaches and supporters with us in the back of the room this evening. And we're going to get them up here to the front because annually we donate the gate proceeds from each of their respective tournaments to the teams to share. And we're doing that again this year, and the amount is just about $5,000. So I'm going to start with the Villanova Vipers female squad. And who's representing Villanova female Vipers? Come on up, and I'm going to ask Councillor Moores and Councillor Barrett to join them for the photograph. Okay, I'm going to ask Councillors Barrett and Morris to stay, and I'm going to ask the Villanova Vipers male representatives to come on up. Okay, thank you, Villanova folks. Great tournament. Thanks for coming out. Next, I'm going to call upon Councillor Gerard Tilley and the Holy Spirit male representatives this evening. I know. I did that on purpose. Thank you, guys. And now I'm going to call upon Councillor Rex Hillier and the Holy Spirit female contingent. Okay, next is the Frank Roberts Junior High male representatives, and I'm going to call upon Councillors Christine Butler and Melissa Hardy to come up. I might mention the champion Frank Roberts, Junior High representative. Okay, councilors, I'll get you to stay there, and I'm going to call upon the female representatives from Frank Roberts. Okay, congratulations, Frank Roberts. Next up, I'm going to call upon Councillor Gerard Tilley and Councillor Rex Hillier for the Queen Elizabeth Male Championship Team representatives. And I'll get the councilors to stay, and we're going to ask the Queen Elizabeth female representatives to come up. Okay, if we could get the reps from all the teams to come up, and we'll get a group picture with everyone. Come on. All the councilors.
Yes, everybody.
I'll get it. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming out. The Shield Games are always a great time in Winterfest, and it's great to have them out this evening. Next up, we got new business, and I'm going to start over on the right side of me with Councillor Hillier.
Yes, Your Worship. This evening, I just want to talk a little bit about Sport Newfoundland Labrador Awards over the last little while. And in fact, Conception Bay South was certainly well represented in the awards. We had 5 people who were nominated, or 5 people who were finalists, and 2 winners. So the Male Coach of the Year finalist was Loyola Power for softball, and Chris Roberts, who won the Coach of the Year for swimming. Female Coach of the Year, winner was Alison Kirby, and this is not the first time that Alison has won that award. We had a Youth Female Team of the Year finalists, which were the CBS Silhouettes Swim Club. And the Senior Official of the Year, we had a finalist in Karina Laundry for Taekwondo. So I just want to take a moment and congratulate all those people, and great job they've done representing some of them our country, certainly all of them our province and our town. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, the awards were the other night, and I think we have more people from Conception Bay South just about every year. We're gaining on that one for sure. Councillor Hardy.
Thank you, Your Worship. From a Ward 4 perspective, we seems to be doing pretty good up there right now. But I do have a couple of things I would like to pass along to residents from the Public Works perspective. We're getting ready, obviously, to be full speed ahead now into our spring and summer services. Some residents probably would have seen our sweepers out. So just want to encourage residents to continue to abide by no parking on the roads. I know we may not see snow. I'm really hoping we don't see snow over the next few weeks. But it just really makes sure that the streets that do have a sweeper around, it's not having to maneuver around vehicles, and it's a good clean sweep during those streets. The bulk garbage pickup is beginning on Monday the 14th, so it has begun. So if anyone is looking to get a bulk garbage pickup, you can certainly schedule that, and you can go to the town's website to get a few more details on that. And the bulk garbage drop-off will begin in May, so good time now. The weather seems to be turning to the positive, so I know I have seen a lot of people on my street get some of the extra garbage that has been around, accumulated since Christmas in the fall. So those will begin again in early May. But that's it for me, Mayor, thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Hardy. Councillor Barrett.
Thank you, Your Worship. It's been a while since I chatted about this topic, so I thought I'd bring it up again, and that is the town's efforts in fighting climate change. So certainly all of us in the room are aware, as a coastal community, we face a number of challenges when it comes to climate change, and I'm certainly happy that as a council we've moved the needle forward on a number of initiatives. Certainly, I feel like every other week we're chatting about our stormwater management plans and the impact that has on our land use planning. We've done a number of other activities. I'm sure many of us are proud of those things. And I talk about this evening because I believe as a town we should return our attention to a program that we were involved with some years ago, and that's the Partners for Climate Protection program. The Partners for Climate Protection program is a network of Canadian municipal governments that have committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and protecting our town from climate change. There are almost 500 local governments across the country that are involved with this 5-milestone leadership program. And folks might remember that in January 2022, Conception Bay South reached milestone 4 out of 5. And I checked this morning and we're the only municipality that has still reached this milestone. But we're not done yet. We're still 4 out of 5, and I'm bringing this up this evening because I feel like we're in the home stretch, and I still believe that Conception Bay South can be the first municipality to reach milestone 5 of this program. And all that we need to do is just wrap up some of our reporting and demonstrate how our emissions have changed since 2012. So I know it's been a couple of years since we've looked at this, but I think we should dust this off and bring this to the finish line and be the first municipality in the province to complete this program. So just a few thoughts for me this evening. That's it right now. Thanks, Your Worship.
Yep, thank you, Councillor Barrett. Yeah, it's not just a matter of doing it. You've got to document it, you got to report it, and might as well get credit for it. Councillor Morris.
Thank you, Mayor Bent. I just want to mention a couple of things that the town has shared recently. We all love the warm weather and the nicer weather, but that also means that people tend to drive a little faster than they should on nicer days. And I know in the mornings I go through 3 different school zones, and people are definitely driving faster. So just a reminder to slow down, pay attention to the roads, and especially buses when they're stopped, et cetera, because there's pedestrians, there's more cyclists out now, and a lot more vehicles. So just to slow down and take your time. And another thing is our community groups, how we are sharing their events that they have, and I know a lot of community groups have events coming up this time of year. So if you do have an event coming up, we can help spread the word. You can submit your event at the link that's found on the town's website so that everyone in the community is aware of the different events that you have going on, which I think is a great initiative and allows all of our residents to know all the different things that are happening. So just wanted to mention those couple of things. Thank you. Thank
you, Councillor Morris. Councillor Butler.
Thank you, Your Worship. I I was a little busy the last few days. Most of it was to do with students and looking for jobs and students trying to further their own entrepreneurship. I attended the job fair at Holy Spirit High, which was a collaboration of Holy Spirit High and the Rotary Club of Avalon Northeast. And there was about 800 students came through in about 2.5 hours. Wow, it was blocked there, it was crowded. A lot of young students, a lot of resumes. There was 19 employers there. They had representatives there, and a lot of students went around with hand resumes, or little QR codes were there for people to take pictures of and apply online. We had a town booth there also, looking for students for our summer camp program. So Tash and Carla were there, and I was there with them for a while. And then Saturday, I followed that up with the entrepreneurship Frank Roberts Junior High Spring Craft Fair. So it was, these were all homemade items by these students from the entrepreneurial class there. And there was about 20 tables there, 20 vendors, I guess you want to call it. And they were all very young, of course, being junior high students. And it was great to chat. I don't think I missed one of them. I went to every table, and I had a chat with them all, trying to get them to practice their speaking to clients and customers and get them used to that kind of thing. And they were doing a great job. And I also had my caricature done. I didn't bring it with me tonight, but she did a wonderful job, Sophie did. And let me see. I also got some mail. It's not very often you get real mail, you know, I mean, mail that you want to show people. And it was a homemade thank you that was made, and a number of us got them because we invited to, well, they actually asked to come and meet counselors and talk about council, the Second Long Pond Guide Pathfinder Unit. And my card was made from Sophie, says from Sophie, and there's little fishies and dolphins and sharks all over it. So that was wonderful. And on the economic development note, we had 2 new businesses applications this month already. It's the month of April, that is now. And also there was a networking event from the downtown Session Bay South, which was held at Jungle Gyms, and myself, and the mayor, deputy mayor, Councillor Tilley. I'm not sure if anybody else showed up after we left, but we were all there, and it was quite a good afternoon, and got to network with some of the local businesses in the downtown area, and they had lovely local cookies made by Volcano Bakery. And there was lots of stuff there made by different businesses. And the mayor was there, the mayor spoke, and Gerard and I got to cut cake. It was a lovely evening. Anyway, I think that's it for me. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Butler. Councillor Tilley.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just a couple of things that are happening in the Ward 3 area. I'd just like to send out my congratulations to Greco Pizza on the opening of their second CBS location. Seems to be very busy up there since they opened up there a couple of weeks ago. Also, just a little update as well. Work is starting to commence, I believe, on the drive-through area of the new Dairy Queen in Kelligrew. So we look forward to that business open up in the very near future as well. I also received a couple of concerning reports this week regarding ATV use in the Legion Road / Kellerview Avenue / Redbridge Road area. And of course, after a little bit of investigation, it's not only ATVs, it's dirt bikes is probably one of the major culprits. And of course, we just want to make the public aware that while we have an ATV campaign on the go right now, the dirt bikes are not considered in that category. So again, you know, we've reached out to our municipal enforcement, and they in turn are going to reach out to the RNC to increase patrols in the area to see if we can help combat the illegal use of dirt bikes. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tilley. Yes, I think most councillors received concerns about that ATV dirt bike concerns. It tends to be the time of year, doesn't it, when they seem to get out on the roads more often, and it's certainly in that Legion Road, Kellerview area, the dirt bikes, you know, I see them myself. I spend a bit of time at Nugent's, and I see them come up through there. And also, I just want to note that we did an ATV program for 2 roads, anywhere near this area. So not to be confused on the pilot with regards to ATVs. This is something that is historic and has been happening in that area for quite some time, but in other areas as well. And I just want to remind people that, you know, there are rules. The province has laid them out pretty straightforward with regards to how to operate an ATV. If you're within a kilometer of an accepted trail that for ATVs, then you can use them by driving to the side of the road, no more than 20 kilometers, get out of the way of traffic and all that sort of stuff, and yield to pedestrians and all that. There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it right, and unfortunately, some people aren't. But just like Councillor Morris pointed out, the season is the season for speeding. You know, it's getting to the point where it's ridiculous, really. And, you know, it doesn't seem to matter where it is, school zones. I got passed tonight in the St. George's area on the way here, not tonight, this afternoon, while it was still in the 30-kilometer time. You know, it's really one of those things that we get complaints probably about speeding more than anything else in the town when you add it up. And, you know, all I can say is, you know, it's wonderful for you if nothing were to happen. But if something does happen, you can't take it back. So mind the road, mind our streets, make sure you follow the rules of those and try to be as safe as possible in the neighborhoods, because we're spending your taxpayers to slow you down with traffic calming and different types of roads and all that sort of stuff. And to me, it's too bad. But we're slowing down your neighbors and your friends and your relatives. It's everybody, it's everywhere. You know, you see it all over the place. Potholes. We get a heavy rain for 2 or 3 days. They grow quicker than weeds. We still have the report a pothole on our website. Please use that. It's the quickest way to do it. And usually any pothole on a town road will get addressed within a couple days. Route 60 is not our road, but send it to report a pothole anyway. We'll send it on your behalf. Couple other things. We had a great, talked about community groups and sharing what they're doing and so forth. We had a couple of breakfast with Easter Bunny in town this week. I know there was one I was at Topsy United, and I know that All Saints had one as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody else didn't have one. But great events, gets the young people, a good mix of people going out to those. And just finally, I want to mention Manuel's River. We had since the last public council meeting, we had a public meeting on the future of Manuel's River, and it was a tremendous turnout here at Town Hall. And we heard some incredible feedback, just what we were looking for, really, the type of passion and interest in the future of this incredible asset in our town. And I'm really glad, and I want to thank everyone that come out, and I want to thank, I'm thinking going on towards 2,000 responses online for the survey that closed, I think, a week or so ago. Just tremendous feedback, and that'll be invaluable as we move forward. And just to note, we're not rushing to the finish line on this one. We're going to take our time and do it probably in stages as we go forward. So the first thing we do is not the last thing we're going to do. We're going to do it slowly and methodically and then do it right, as they say. Okay, do we have anything under other committees? We do. Councillor Butler.
Thank you, Your Worship. The Seniors Advisory Committee met on April 3rd, and the chair, Mr. Fagan, provided an overview of the focus group consultation, which he attended as a rep for the Senior Advisories for the Manuels River, as what you just spoke to, actually, but he was at the focus group. So it was interesting to hear his comments on what went down there, and of course, we heard a lot of that at the public consultations. So they've decided they were going to submit something to the process, which I'm sure they have. They also, what they do is every meeting, they go over so many of the age-friendly survey questions and answers. And so this is part of the process that they're going through right now. So we did a little bit more of that also for the age-friendly survey, which is going along nicely. It's a long process, but they're getting through it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Butler, and thank you to the committee for the work that they're doing on that. Okay, next up is Finance and Administration, and I think I'm going to say Councillor Tilley. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Get us to Election Day, Councillor Tilley.
Thank you, Your Worship. The first three items have to do with our upcoming municipal election in September, and these are requirements under the October, sorry. So used to September after a few terms. but because of the holiday, we're moved to October. But the first three, A, B, and C, deal with issues, recommendations for, but which are required under Municipal Elections Act. 6A, municipal election, appointment of alternate returning officer. Be it so resolved that Liz Davis, Director of Finance, be appointed as alternate returning officer for the 2025 municipal election, which is being held on October 2nd, 2025. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Counselor Moores, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? It's carried.
Item 6B, municipal election, nomination of candidates. Be it so resolved that approval be given to hold nomination day for the 2025 municipal election on Thursday, September 4th, 2025, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. at the Town Hall. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Counselor Hardy, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That's carried.
Item 6C, municipal election, advance poll. Be it so resolved that approval be given to hold an advance poll for the 2025 municipal election at the Town Hall on Saturday, September 20th, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Counselor Butler, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried.
Item 6D, municipal election, voter list, and vote by mail software agreement. Be it so resolved that approval be given to engage Comprint Systems Incorporated, doing business as DataFix, for the purpose of software to support voter services for the 2025 municipal election at an estimated cost of $102,550. Funds are available in the so noted account. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Counselor Hillier, discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, I guess as with this day and age, we have the opportunity for people to do mail-in voting. And of course, this system allows that, and it also allows a person to look up their name to see if they're actually on the voters list. So we encourage people, when we get this done, we are certainly going to encourage people to go in and look and make sure that their name is on the voters list, because that's one of the fundamental rights of this country and this town, to get out and vote.
I haven't voted yet. There we go. See, look, the irony. I have voted now. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried.
And that's it from the Finance Administration world.
Okay, and next up, we have Planning and Development. I believe, Counselor Hillier, that is you this evening.
Yes, Your Worship, I'm going to take the lead on this evening, but the first one I'm going to declare a conflict as a property adjacent to this property belongs to an organization that I'm a director of. So Councillor Tilley will take 8A.
(44A) Spruce Hill Road, Hobby Farm. Be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 10.7 and 10.10.2 of the town's development regulations, application number 5007 for a hobby farm with 10 chickens at 44A Spruce Hill Road be approved on condition that the applicant submits a manure management plan, registers with the provincial farm premises ID program, obtains permits for accessory structures related to the hobby farm use, and that no roasters be permitted on the property. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Counselor Moores, any discussion? Okay, I guess if this goes to approval, then the permit will lay out all the particulars so that the people getting the permit will understand quite explicitly what their obligations are when it comes to a hobby farm in this area and the rules pertaining to it and so forth, and to ensure that it doesn't negatively impact the neighbors and so forth. And I got a note, always note no roosters, a standard.
That is correct.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried. Councillor Hillier.
The 3 happy residents this evening. See ya. Right. B, White Hill Pond Quarry. Be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 10.7 and 10.27.5B of the town's development regulations, application number COM-24-106 received on August 28, 2024, proposing to develop a sand and aggregate quarry approximately 300 meters northeast of White Hill Pond, be refused as the proposed quarry would be within 1,000 meters of existing residential development. So moved.
Do we have a seconder to the motion? Counselor Tilly. Discussion?
Yes, yes, Your Worship, I second the motion just so that we can speak to it. I'm going to request that we defer this application based on some information that came in late this evening from the applicant. There's a question regarding, I guess, the meaning of in the application of a borrow pit. So we're just going to take that back to our planning staff just to make sure that we have our I's dotted and T's crossed, because we don't want to be making decisions based on our regulations that are probably not the right one, but we just got to go back and do a little bit of homework. So I'm requesting that we defer this motion until our next public meeting.
Seems prudent. Is there a seconder to the deferment? Counselor Barrett? All in favor? Contrary minded? Okay, we have approval to defer this motion.
Number C, 193 Seal Cove Road, accessory building. Let's see now. Be it so resolved that in accordance with section 5.33 of the town's development regulations, application number 5019 for an accessory building garage with lot coverage of approximately 315 square meters at 193 Seal Cove Road be approved. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Counselor Hardy. Any discussion on this one? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That's carried.
Number D, be it so resolved in accordance with section 5.2 of the town's development regulations, application number 5039 received on March 12, 2025 to develop a single dwelling with subsidiary apartment at 27 Pierns Road be approved. So moved.
Seconder? Counselor Moores? Discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, in itself, this is a substandard lot. The frontage is less than we would hope for, but the plan here is to put a new house on the foundation of the existing house, and that is permitted.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried.
Your Worship. Under planning matters, 2703 Topsail Road, rezoning. Be it so resolved that under the authority of Section 16 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, Town Council of Conception Bay South adopt Conception Bay South Municipal Plan Amendment Number 38, 2025, and Development Regulations Amendment Number 61, 2025. And further, be it so resolved that under authority of Section 19 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, Marie Ryan be appointed as Commissioner to hold a public hearing and complete a report respecting Municipal Plan Amendment Number 38, 2025, and Development Regulations Amendments Number 61, 2025. And further, be it so resolved that under the authority of Sections 18 and 21 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, a public hearing regarding Conception Bay South Municipal Plan Amendment Number 38, 2025, and Development Regulations Amendment Number 61, 2025, be held at 7 p.m. on May 21st, 2025, at the Town Hall, and that should the town receive no written submissions 48 hours prior to the hearing, the public hearing will be canceled. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? We do. Counselor Tilly. Any further discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, what this means is we're in the process of rezoning a piece of property at this location from residential to commercial general to reflect the activities that are taking place at that site. We've gone through our first, I guess, public hearing. The amendment has been sent off to the province. That has been sent back to us. We're now looking at taking the next step, and that is holding a public hearing with a third-party commissioner to hear if there are any concerns with this process.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That's approved.
And that's it from planning, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Hillier. Now we see procurement on the agenda, and I believe, Councillor Tilley, is that you?
Yes, Your Worship. 11A, under procurement, disposal of fleet units 294 and 212. Be it so resolved that approval be given to dispose of Unit 294, a 2014 backhoe, and Unit 212, a 2018 waste collection truck. Both units have been removed from service and have been replaced. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Barrett. Any discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, as I'm sure you're aware, the town runs 365 days a year, and those pieces of equipment are used a lot, and especially during the winter, sometimes the backhoe is probably in use 24 hours a day. So we got our money's worth out of a 2014 backhoe, so I believe those were replaced already. And so we're just putting those out to pasture.
Any further discussion? Not literally in a pasture, though. That wouldn't be against the rules, Councillor Tilley. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried.
Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you, and I don't see anything else on the agenda, so we are back here again on May the 6th, and I will call for a motion. Oh. Yes, Councillor Butler? Oh, I'll call for a motion for adjournment. Moved by Councillor Butler, seconded by Councillor Hardy. Discussion? Nothing. Okay. Thank you, everyone, and good evening.